Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick video of how I manifested my first dream car. You've seen the video of how I manifested 535, which was my second dream car. And the first one though, I was unconscious. That's why I put the 535 first, because I actually did that intentionally. Like I visualized, I went to see the car, I did all the textbook things to manifest. This first one, I didn't know about The Secret. I never watched it. I didn't know about visualization or any type of metaphysical thing. I just was obsessed, and that's how I pretty much got everything in my life prior to that. To this is some things that I believed I could get. I would get obsessed about it, and somehow I'd find a way. So in hindsight, I can see the metaphysical properties and how I manifested that, and I want to share that with you today. So at that time, I was working a good job, and my wife was also working a great job too. But I still believed I couldn't afford to have a BMW, which was my dream car, a 3 Series BMW. This was, I don't even know, maybe like 15 years ago or something like that. And I was young. I was probably like 20, 28, 25, something like that. And it was just a car nobody in my family ever had anything like that. And I always wanted it. I would see it in the street, and I always loved that car. So anyway, I've had all my life prior to that was Honda Accords, mostly Civics, all used, nothing new. And I had a Honda Accord. We had two Honda Accords. I had one. My wife had one, and I was getting tired of them. This was like my fifth Honda, and I just didn't want Hondas anymore. And I wanted my dream car. I started getting frustrated, and I started looking into getting a BMW. And then I started to realize that I could afford to have a BMW if I had got rid of both of my cars, and I got the BMW, and then I got a cheaper car like a Toyota Corolla. So instead of having two Accords, I would have a Toyota Corolla and my 3 Series. And so that was my plan. Only problem is, my Honda Accord was upside down. I owed on it more than anybody would pay me for it. So I started obsessing of how I can get rid of this Honda Accord so I can get my dream car. And I had Gap on the car, Gap insurance, which means that if your car gets totaled, they will pay the difference of whatever you owe. So that was a plus. I got Gap insurance when I got the car. And I was tricked into it, but it ended up working in my favor because I had no clue what it was at that time when I purchased it. But anyway, so I started obsessing every day about how to total my car. I thought about driving it into walls and pylons. I thought about setting it on fire. I thought about driving it into a lake, like all these illegal stuff. And obviously I would never do it because I'm not that type of person, but it was like festering in my mind because I couldn't think of any other way to get rid of this car. I would talk a bit about it all the time, and when I look back, I can tell how I actually manifested this happening. What I would do every day as I went to work, I would be looking at all the pylons that I'm passing, and I would be thinking about driving the car into it and totaling it. Now, I was never going to do that because I was like, how stupid would it be for me to drive my car into a pylon, then I become crippled or something like that for a car? That's like the dumbest thing ever. So obviously I never was going to do it, but I was just obsessed with the end result of getting this car totaled so that I can go and get this other car. And I was doing this every day to work and from work, looking at all the pylons and everything and the little lakes I passed, and what if the car went in there and blah, blah, blah. And after about 2 or 3 months of doing this every day, I was just sitting at a light one day, coming from Walmart, doing some grocery shopping, and plow, somebody slams in the back of me. I'm sitting at a light going 50, 60 miles per hour. And long story short, my car is totaled. Totaled. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I can't believe my car is totaled. I think I was obsessed with this for a couple months. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's totaled. And I was okay. I did do physical therapy and stuff like that because I had whiplash, so I had little back pain and stuff like that, but I ended up coming out better after doing therapy, and I even got a little settlement money out of it too. And so I came out physically better, mentally better. And then 2 weeks after the car accident and my car being totaled and paid off by Gap, I got my dream car, the 330, and we also traded in our other car, and we got a cheaper car, a Toyota Corolla, which we really loved as well. That was just our A to B car, and total payments together made it the same as what we were paying for the two Honda Accords. So I was much happier with this situation. And in hindsight, now that I understand how the law of attraction works, I know that the reason why that happened is because every day I was focused on the end result, multiple times a day, focused on the end result, feeling it, seeing it, just I couldn't figure out how. The reason why I kept obsessing about this because I was trying to find a how, but there was no how coming to me. I just kept thinking about the car being totaled in all different types of ways, and there was no hints that this was going to happen. So the lessons take away from this is that you have to feel your desire, the end result, frequently and consistently, and it may take some weeks, some months for it to manifest, but you have to just keep going until it happens, because you have to know that this works. And if you just consistently focus on what you do want over and over again, it's going to happen. What's the odds of me? I've never totaled a car prior to that and never totaled a car after that. What's the odds of the one time that I'm obsessed about totaling a car that it gets totaled? Insane. It's insane. This stuff really works, and I had no idea. And that's another thing, that the law of attraction works whether you know it or not. So whether you believe in it or not, or know it or not, whatever you're consistently focused on is what you're going to get. So I'm going to just leave you with this. I've been doing this game that I made up myself. It's called the I Love It game. So instead of always coming in your mind thinking, especially your thoughts saying, "Oh, I hate this, and I hate always being broke. I hate being overweight. I hate always having to deal with this type of person. I hate my job." Let's start talking about what I love, and you can go into things that may not have manifested again. But I love having plenty of money. Of course you do, and there's no resistance there, because there's no because you're not saying I have plenty of money, you're saying I love plenty of money, but the focus is on loving plenty of money. I love having my dream car. Even though you might not have it yet, you're getting the feelings, because you do. You think about, oh, I do love having my dream car. I love having plenty of money. I love having a dream car. I love being fit and healthy. I love having my, I love my soulmate. I love, and then love things that are in your reality too. I love, being able to walk. I love how I love having my sight. I love, being able to get up in the morning and go for a walk, whatever it is. But anyway, I hope this helps you. And I'm practicing that game. I'm gonna do a whole video about it, but I'm practicing that game. I love it. What I love, all day, every day, for probably 30 days, and I'm gonna see what the results are, and I'll share with you guys.